Hey guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I do content on life in the UK, settling into the UK. If you're a new immigrant in the UK, you'll find this channel really helpful. I do some DIYs as well, so please consider subscribing to my channel, okay? Today we are going to talk about getting your provisional license, driving license in the UK. Yeah, so I just got our provisional driver's license like a week back, and I just thought to do a video to explain the process to anybody that wants to get theirs done as well, right? So if you're interested in this, please keep watching. So basically, so before we continue, I forgot to add that getting a driver's license can also help you to boost your credit score. So it's not just for driving. Applying for a driver's license can also help with boosting your credit score, which is very important. So your Nigerian driver's license is valid for a whole year when you move into the UK. Like, you can use your driver's license for the first year of moving into the UK. We've been in the UK. This is almost about 9 months, 8-9 months in the UK. So we decided that okay, let's start the whole process, because we've heard that it takes some months or weeks to get your driver's license in the UK. That is partially true, because the provisional license does not take time, but the main actual license, main driving license, I heard that sometimes it takes like 6 months before you can even take the driving test, the actual driving test, and that's a long time. You have to wait 6 months to actually take the test. So the actual driving license takes longer, but the provisional license does not take so long. I had to jot the processes down so that no one will fly from my head. So if you see me looking down, I'm just trying to consult my big red book, okay? So the first step is to go to the DVLA website, and the DVLA website, I'm going to link it in the description box. I'm going to save you the time of going to the new website. The new website is only for people who have a British passport. So if you are a Nigerian, or if you do not have a British passport, basically you need to go to the old website, which I'm going to link in the description box. So take note, the old website is where you need to go to if you do not have a British passport. But if you are a citizen, if you have a British passport, you can go ahead and use the regular or the new website, okay? So when you get to the DVLA website, there's the form you are going to fill. It's a pretty long form. They'll ask you for so many details: your name, your addresses, your date of birth, several information. So you just need to fill them. I think they'll ask you for addresses for the past 3 years. So Nigerian address, you can put your Nigerian address, or whichever country you have been in for the past 3 years or thereabout. So you fill all this information. There's also a part that they'll ask you about your vision, if you can pass the eye test. So you also fill that information. And if you're like me, that you need corrective lenses, glasses or contact lenses to be able to see far, you have to indicate that you need whatever, your glasses or your contact lenses to be able to see that distance. So you fill up all those forms. They'll ask you for your place of birth, your date of birth, your addresses, like I've already mentioned, some other things, but they are all in the form. So when you fill the form, make payment, and then you submit the form, okay? So when you submit the form, after some days, like 3 days or so, I think in our case it was 3 days, you get a mail like a letter in the mail, and this letter contains another form with an envelope. You have to fill the form and then you send all the documents that they will ask of you, including the form, in those envelopes. So those envelopes are provided for you to use to send those documents they ask you for. Okay, so let me go back a little. So you're going to get a mail in the post, and this mail contains a form. So the form has 3 sections: section 1, 2, and 3. Section 1 has 2 parts, part A and part B. So basically, part A is for people who have British passports. So they basically just put in their British passport numbers. They do not need to send in an identity document. So part B is for people who do not have British passports. So they are the ones that will have to send in the identity documents. Now for section 2 is basically for people who are filling on behalf of someone else. So you are going to stand in as a guarantor, and you must have a valid UK driving license. Part 3 is basically where you attach your digital passport photograph and sign. So you're going to be asked to provide your a passport, a digital passport photograph. There are some passport booths in some malls, that you can just go and print your digital passport yourself. It's self-service. You just go, there's a passport booth, you just go there, select whatever you want to do, and then you make your payment, and then you print out your passport. So you don't really have to go and be looking for a studio who will snap your passport photograph. It's easier. So that passport photograph, you're going to attach it to the form, and then you also need to provide an ID, a valid ID, either your passport, the international passport, or your BRP, like your biometric residence permit. So in our case, initially we wanted to submit our international passport because we were worried that BRP is a sensitive document. What if it gets lost? And then we actually watched someone else's YouTube video where she said that it's easier for the BRP to be replaced than for the international passport. And my guy, no be lie, if God forbid something happens to the international passport and it gets lost, even if they take responsibility for it and want to help you replace it, they're going to be frustrated, because I mean, we all know how it is to get international passport, Nigerian passport. So we decided that let's send them the BRP instead. God forbid anything happens and the BRP gets lost, it's easy for them to issue us with another one. So we sent in our BRP, filled the forms, signed, and yeah. So on the other hand, if you do not want to send in any document, you don't want to send in your BRP or your international passport, you have to get someone who has a valid driver's license for 3 years, who has had a valid driver's license, UK driver's license, for 3 years, to fill the form on your behalf. Okay, so the person will basically fill that part B on your behalf, and so it's basically simple. But I feel it's just easier to just send your documents. But then that's another option. If for any reason you do not want to send in your documents, or you do not have, I mean, anybody should have a passport, but if for any reason you feel that method is easier, then yeah, just go for it. In our case, we sent in our BRP to them via post. I mean, remember the envelope I talked about? You put everything in the envelope and then you send it across to them. So after 2 weeks, we got the documents back in the mail. They sent in our documents and they sent our provisional driver's license. They came separately. Our documents came separately and the driver's license came in another parcel. So you're going to have 2 parcels per applicant, one containing your BRP or your international passport if that was what you submitted, and the other one containing your provisional driver's license. Now note that this is provisional driver's license. Like I said, it's not the main driver's license. So it's with this provisional driver's license you can now go ahead and book for your driving exams, and there's a theory one and there's a practical one. So you book for your theory exams first, and then you have to pass it, and then you book for the main driving test, which you also have to pass before you can now get the main UK driver's license. So this video is just for the provisional driver's license. Okay, so that's actually the stage we're at now. So hopefully very soon we'll be able to do the other stages and pass the driving test, and we will become registered drivers in the UK. I don't know if this information is easy to understand. If you guys understand, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop your questions in the comment section. I will do my best to answer. The provisional license is more or less like a learner's permit, which you can use to drive, but you have to have an experienced driver with you while you're driving with the provisional license. So you have to have someone that has a UK driving license with you at all times when you want to use the provisional, or when you are driving on the provisional license. Okay, and I don't know if I'm missing anything. Please, if you've gone through this whole process before, drop a comment in the comment section, and also share your experience, how it went, if you had any issues or if you had any problem getting the provisional driver's license. This is what our provisional driver's license looks like. Please don't zoom in to see our horrible faces. So this is my husband's and this is mine. So it's basically just like a typical Nigerian or typical license. Okay, so that's what it looks like, but it's not the final license, it's just a temporary license. Okay, so yeah, I think that's basically all I have to share for today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post any videos. Okay, thank you guys. To my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back to watch my channel. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Okay, for now, peace, bye. And if you've gone so basically the provisional license is more or less like